Hello guys, welcome back to ESENtaxa. Andrea Papito here. In this episode, in this video, we are going to talk about how it's convenient to purchase a property in Belgium, if it's convenient to purchase this property as individual or with a company. Okay, so stay tuned up to the end of this video because we are going to discuss about this very important subject that basically is quite common all around Europe, but this time we are going to analyze Belgium and we are going to see what are the opportunities tax-wise to invest in this country and try to gain a high return of investment, optimizing your taxes and also give some protection to your wealth and to your assets. Now, if you're new in this channel, I just want to remind you that ESENtaxa talks about how to optimize your taxation if you want to relocate to a specific country, and we explain through consultancy services, through our videos for free in this channel or through our tax simulations. We explain you, we teach you, we try to make you understand if that specific relocation makes sense tax-wise for you or not. In the description below the video you have our calendar link for our services and of course link for our academy. We also teach you through those concepts through academies, especially on international tax matters. And also if you want to just write us at info@esentaxa.com. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you like this content, just don't forget to like this video. Thank you. Now, going back to the topic of this video, very easy, makes sense to purchase a property in Belgium with my own money as individual, purchasing straight at my name, or it's more convenient using a company. Now, why Belgium? Because a lot of people are flocking actually to Belgium because it's a country with a lot of work opportunity, a lot of expats are living in Belgium, and if it happens to live in a certain country for multiple years and you realize that you will stay in this country for longer period, and from one side you can still be considered as expat, but expat is just a name that you give it to yourself. You will be an ordinary tax resident in Belgium with no special tax regime. I'm just talking about somebody that's moved to Belgium, realized that living in Belgium is nice, the good job opportunity is very good as an employee or as a freelancer. In both scenarios he wants to stay in Belgium. Then he starts to think, the taxpayer, the new expat taxpayer, start to think to purchase something, to make some investment in the field of the real estate. And the question arises, it's convenient to do it at my own name or at my company name. Most of the time, opening an SRL in Belgium, which is the correspondent structure of a LTD basically, limited company, that basically it's quite common to be opened also when you work as a freelancer, because thanks to this company, thanks to this entity, you can optimize your taxes in Belgium, because Belgium is known as a high taxed country with tax brackets reaching 50%, already with 50,000 euros gross income per year. So imagine how taxed you are if you're an ordinary employee. But if you're working as a freelancer but using your company, invoicing through your company, you have plenty of way to optimize your tax. And having a company, you might think, okay, let me also use my company to invest in real estate, which makes perfectly sense. And here is the question, I say it again, makes sense to do it with your company or with your own private money? So I withdraw first money out of my company, pay taxes, dividend tax, and then I purchase a property, or I do directly with my company. So that's the concept of this video, that's the concept of this discussion. Now, if you do it yourself, you're going to have some benefits if it's your first home, if it's your first purchase and unique purchase in Belgium. Because in Belgium there is a law that says if you are not owner of any other real estate, piece of real estate all around the world, not just in Belgium, if this is your first purchase, or if you're going to sell whatever piece of real estate all around the world and you're going to have only one home at your name, in this purchase at that moment you can benefit from a huge discount on your registry tax when you purchase a property. Belgium is a big 12.5% in Brussels and 12% in the other two regions, 12% of the value of the house, but you can skip paying this amount of taxes when you just the tax on purchase, basically simply declaring of not be owner of other purchase, okay? And then after the purchase in Belgium will be the first and unique one. The second after, the day after, you can purchase other property and you can keep this benefit. This is a very interesting point. So you purchase and then you purchase something else and you can keep this benefit active. But the only constraint is that you have to live in that property for 5 years, and that's the reason why you find a lot of Belgian people purchasing, also expat purchasing a property, living in that property for 5 years, and then either they rent it out or they sell it back, making capital gains for free. Yes, because after 5 years the capital gains in Belgium, selling a property is free. That is tax free basically. So if you're an individual, you already have seen, you already understood that there are two big benefits: capital gains tax-free after 5 years, and this big benefit when you purchase a property, if it's the unique property that you own. But then there is a third benefit. If you rent out your property to an individual, which is not using your property for business reasons, but is using for residential reasons, and you basically rent this property unfurnished, simply with kitchen, simply with the bathroom, but the rest of the furniture is not there. With this constraint, you will be basically not taxed on your rent. The only thing that is taxed is the cadastral value of your home, which basically represents only 1 month. Most likely it's always around 1 month of payment, the same value, 1 month of payment, and you pay taxes only on 1 month that you receive your money. So if you receive 1,000 per month, you don't pay taxes on 12,000, you're going to pay taxes more or less on 1,000. That 1,000 is going to be part of your cumulated global income in Belgium. So this is an extremely interesting point. And then you see when you're in, this happens when you are an individual, which is a direct owner of the property in Belgium. Now let's examine the company situation. The company situation is that you don't have to withdraw your money out of your company to purchase a property. So if you purchase directly with your company, with your SRL, Belgium SRL, you don't have to pay the dividend tax, because you basically purchase the property with the company savings, okay? So you just pay the corporate tax with your savings, which is 20% in Belgium with the small medium enterprise, and 25 above certain thresholds. So if you have just your savings in your company, you will reinvest this money and you purchase a property straight. So this is the first advantages of purchasing with a company. The second big advantage is that you have the depreciation system, which is called the amortization in Europe. It's more known as amortization rather than depreciation, which is something more US oriented, school type, let's say, school accounting US type. So basically every year you have an amount of money, a percentage of your home, which is basically going to be a sort of depreciation. Basically it's a loss, it's a reduction of value of your home, that from the accounting point of view, a percentage of this reduction of value will be deducted against your taxes, and you're gonna spend a lot of taxes thanks to this system. At the top of it, you can also deduct the interest of your loan when you purchase a property through a loan that you active with your Belgian company. So basically you have quite a lot of, also the annual property tax you can deduct against your company taxes. You see, so there are quite a lot of deductions that you cannot do with when you're an individual. When you're an individual, you pay your annual property tax of this property, which is based on the cadastral value of this property, and you cannot deduct it, while if you're in a company, you can do it. And then of course, you have a separation protection, because the company and you are two different persons, so you put a layer between you and what the company is doing. Of course, if you purchase a property with that same company that you're using for operating your business, and your business is quite risky, it's not a simple consultant business where there are no risk basically on your activity, then it could be a problem, because your piece of real estate could be put in danger in case of issues. You see, so those are the two considerations to do. And after 5 years, you still pay this 20% of capital gains. So the capital gains, when you resell your property in case of rise of value, will be part of the revenue of your company. So it's 20%. So these are the two things that you have to take into account. But the company has a really big advantages. Is that it's true you pay taxes also on your rent. is as a 20% or 25% based on your revenues level. It's true that you pay taxes on your capital gain, but if you want to sell your property, you can sell basically directly the share of the company towards somebody that wants to purchase your piece of real estate. And the big advantage is that in Belgium, as of now, you don't pay any taxes on capital gains when you sell your company shares. Okay, so your SRL company's shares to someone else. Okay, so you pass your company shares, you ask the price of the company value, and basically there is no capital gains. Right now, it's true that the Belgian government is going to put in place a tax on capital gains for the first time in history of this country. Probably will be 10% with some deduction level, but for company shares there are still some hope that they will exclude it from this taxation, which makes the company owning a piece of real estate an extremely convenient and strategic maneuver to basically pass your investment that most likely rose in value to someone else tax-free. Okay, especially if you want to invest in Brussels, which is a city which attracts a lot of people, a lot of foreigners, a lot of expats, and then you have a huge, I mean, not a huge, but a constant growth of real estate price, especially on residential field. Okay, I hope I give you some insight of this comparison between the individual purchase versus the company purchase in Belgium. If you want to know more about this discussion, if you want to know more about this type of information, and if you want to have a consultation designed based on your personal situation for Belgians, in case you want to move to Belgium, in case you want to open a company in Belgium, or if you want to operate as a real estate investor in Belgium through a company, through individual, let us know, because in the description below this video you have our calendar link and you can book a consultation with us. Thank you for watching this video. See you to the next episode. Bye.